with another one. And a real quick one at that. Hit that like, comment below, subscribe if you got the time, man. We appreciate that love. And for this on the quick topic tonight, man, we rocking out. Yep, still on the road, as you can tell. Let's talk about it. Terrence Bud Crawford's new chances to beat Saul Canelo Alvarez. His new chances, his new prospects, right? Why are we saying this? Many people have been seeing his new physique, as you call it, his new weight up on him. Training videos are starting to surface now, and that's what we've been waiting on. We've been waiting on a lot of these training videos, his transformation, let's say, the technique that he was going to use, the size that he was going to bring to this match with Canelo Alvarez. And the reason we're going to say new chances, because as we get closer and closer and closer, we'll keep breaking this fight down, and the betting odds will keep changing, and the breakdowns, obviously, themselves will keep changing. His new, how do we put this? His new chances to win, right? But his new prospect, his new ranking, his new betting odds, his new prediction. Let's say our new prediction on his abilities to actually win this fight, take this fight, based on obviously how he is looking today. Hold 1 second, let's transfer this over. And again, this is going to be real quick tonight. Real quick, real dirty. Post. All right, there we go. So, it's always hard getting this set up on here, y'all. Anyways, hit that like, comment below, subscribe if you got the time. It's your boy Casbro. Let's get straight into it. We're going to be real quick. We're going to be real fast, right? We're just getting started. 2 minutes in about. New chances for Terrence Bud Crawford. Let's get down to it. Let's focus. The physique. The build, the weight. The build and weight up on Terrence Bud Crawford right now. And I know many people are starting to say he may be on PEDs. I think we're reaching. I know he's with Victor Conte and Snack. Hey, what's going on, Abood? What's going on, Swelly? The way he looks to me looks natural. The way Terrence Bud Crawford's physique is shaping out to be right now, and you've seen the breakdowns. He's dropping video after video. The brother's weighing about 185 to 188 on a given day. Much bigger than what he's normally been. Obviously, he fought at 154 on his last go-around, and then most of his career spent around 147 to 140. But when you add that 147, 140, that means his walk-around or cut-down weight was probably about 165. So the chances for Terrence, with the weight that he's put on, he's filling in at that physique, is I think it has increased. Not increased just because of him putting on weight. Because if it was just him putting on weight and putting on muscle mass, he will suffer the same fate as Jermell Charlo. Jermell tried the same type of tactic, just putting on mass, putting on muscle, and thought he was just going to walk in there and handle the likes of Saul Canelo Alvarez, one of the faces of boxing, one of the hardest hitting men in the 168-pound division. Hit that like, comment below, subscribe. The like button is free. Comment below if you got the time. Like I said, we're going to be quick. The difference between Terrence Bud Crawford and what Jermell Charlo did. What's going on, Trex? The difference between what he did and what is going on is Terrence Bud Crawford's actual walk-around rate is between the 170s to low 180s. Walk-around. The other difference that we've seen here is, and that's why we've been waiting and waiting for these videos to drop from him and how his training is looking. You can see where Crawford is moving from managing his weight. He's been actually building on this since the fight was rumored to go down, rumored to be settled. And that's all the way after he beat Madrimov in the 154-pound division. If you've been watching Crawford move slowly from about November 2024 to the present date, he's actually been just sitting at his walk-around weight. He's been moving around in that weight. He's been training. He stays in the gym year in, year out. And the muscle that you're seeing him put on now is for strength. Yeah, he's getting a little bit more cut. He's getting a little bit more added into the legs category, right? So the 185 weight, the 188 weigh-in doesn't alarm me as much as it did for Jamel, because Jamel never really walked around anywhere close to that weight and did it in such a quick fashion to get there that when he got into the ring, A, it wore him down, and B, he realized he still couldn't take the blows from Canelo. That's why he took the knee so early. On the likes of Terrence has been obviously sparring heavier guys his whole career, but more importantly, let's get back to that November to now, August 2025. That's about, what, 7-8 months he's been spending walking around at that weight, holding that weight, walking around weights up on him, sparring, working out this entire time, even before the fight was fully confirmed and announced. He already had the backing of Turki Al-Sheikh. He's had damn near close to a year, by the time he walks into this ring, to spend at around 180, 185 pounds. When he comes in on fight night, obviously he's going to drop about the 10, 15 pounds. I think as he gets closer, he's probably going to get right before camp breaks, it'll probably be around 178. Giving him the standard 15-pound drop that he's used to get down to 168, maybe a little bit lower. That whole year time frame when he gets back up on fight night, meaning he's going to weigh back in about 10 pounds heavier, he's going to fit in very well. He's going to feel good. I think his stamina will be there. But then there's going to be a problem that I do see. And before I jump into the problem, let's lock it in for what he's looking like, his chances of, right? I think his chances have increased. I think he's increasing because he's handling the weight well. I think his stamina is going to be on point that night. I think we're going to see the same Terrence Buck Crawford that we've seen before. And then, more importantly, he's just going to be adjusted and moving around appropriately at that weight. That's his chances. That's why he's increasing, right? I think he's managed it well. But then here comes the other issue, right? And I know a lot of people are saying that he's on, with snack and the PEDs issues and all that, the rumors flying around. That's not the case. The brother's gained the weight the right way. He's had a year to do it. Yes, he looks stronger. Yes, he looks bigger magically overnight, but he's been wearing bigger clothes as you see him through the interviews. He's been hiding this for the last few months in a tactic. I hope he's not on PEDs, but we know the truth. He handled the weight well. He's grown it well, and he's gotten natural. But let's get into the problem. The problem is this, and it's something that my man, whoever you are, Love8856 has just hit on, right? There's two big problems with what's going to run into the likes of Canelo. For Terrence Buck Crawford on the fight night, September 13, 2025. Number one is going to be this. Yes, the weight, and he's handled it well. I think his stamina will be there. I think he'll be less fatigued and tired. I think he'll carry throughout this fight. But the problem is going to be this. He's going to slow down. I've seen some of his training videos. I've seen how he's been moving. He's going to be slower. I think still faster than Canelo, but not as fast as he was when he was down at 154. Definitely not as fast as he was at 147, meaning he's going to put himself a little bit more in harm's way. He's going to have to be able to absorb some shots from the likes of Canelo and get into Love856 standpoint there. Canelo's been doing this. He's been at 168. He walks around close to 200 pounds. He's in the high 190s, mid 190s, walk around. And when he cuts down, he gets about to 185-ish before the fight weeks. And then he drops his pounds to make 168 easily, gets back up, weighs in about 185, 187, fighting him. He's a big boy, and he's been doing this. He's adjusted. And more importantly, the snap and the power from Canelo Alvarez. Tying that back into the problem where Terrence, with this added weight, the added muscle mass, he's going to be slower. He's going to get hit. In Terrence's nature, in which why we like Terrence is going to go for it. I think he's going to go out on his shield. He's going to try to get the blows in. He's going to put in the correct offense. He's not going to slug it out. He's not stupid. But as he's trying to go for the shots and he takes this risk that the natural instinct from Terrence Bud Crawford. He naturally takes a risk in the ring. You can see it all the time. He gets hit. Not a lot, but he gets hit, and sometimes he get hit flush. Saul Canelo Alvarez is a master counterpuncher, and they be able to get out of the counterpunching and blows that Canelo's going to bring to the likes of Terrence Bud Crawford. He's going to have some quick reflexes. And that's where I'm worried. I'm not sure how much speed has been taken away and how much reflexes have been taken away from him, adding on this muscle mass, adding on, this extra padding that he's clearly doing to actually have a little bit more strength, a little more oomph. But it looks like he's building himself in the correct way, don't get me wrong, to take the blows when hit from Canelo. But the question is, how many can he take? And how flush will he get hit when he does get caught? Can he roll with the shots? Can he roll with the punches? We're not sure yet. As we get further and further down, we'll see. As we get closer to that fight, we'll see. Chances of Terrence Bud Crawford winning this fight. Yo, what's going on, low key? Much love, NYC. What's going on? Appreciate the love. Hit that like, comment below, subscribe. Appreciate that love. As we get closer to the fight, we're going to break it down more. I still give Terrence Bud Crawford a good shot to win this fight. I know a lot of people are writing him off, and Canelo should be the favorite. Don't get me wrong. Canelo should be the favorite, is the favorite, better be the favorite. Why? Because he's been the 168-pound champ. He's been there for a long time. He's been putting in the work. He's going to be a future Hall of Fame, just like Terrence Bud Crawford. But more importantly, history has shown a man jumping up 2 weight classes, man, that's damn near impossible to do. But if somebody that can do it, it is Terrence Bud Crawford. So what is his chances, right? What is his new hope? Originally, I had him about 20-25% to win this fight, which to me is still a good chance, right? If he boxes smart, puts in good pressure, controls the pace, uses the jab effectively, and has his offense moving correctly. Now, with this new muscle mass that I see, what he's putting on, how he's carrying his body, I see Terrence actually getting this thing up to about 30-35% chance of victory. Yes, it sounds low, and I'm going to keep it that way until I get closer to the fight week and we can see some more tape come out. But if you ask me who I'm betting on Terrence Bud Crawford to actually win this fight. I'm betting on him to win this fight by boxing smart, because one thing we did not hit on that quick was Canelo's slower. Canelo's footwork is cemented. If Terrence fights smart with good offense, you just can't move around. You got to lay in enough punches and clean, effective punches that are felt by Canelo to push him back. He can win this fight by boxing and boxing smart. Now, will he be able to fight his instincts and try to go toe-to-toe at certain times? That's going to be up to that brother. I wouldn't recommend it because Canelo wants that. He wants to counterpunch. He's the bigger puncher. He's the bigger man technically in that ring that night by sheer thickness and size. Crawford's got the reach advantage by 1.5 inches, I believe, maybe almost 2 inches. Crawford's got the height advantage. Hey, what's going on, Space Giants? Appreciate it. He's going to have to use his attributes in length and height, even though the height really is negatable. He's going to, if he can use that 1.5 inch reach advantage, because 1 inch, even a 1/2 inch in boxing goes a far way when you can establish a strong jab, which I believe he's working on with that strength and conditioning. Strong jab, stop Canelo, stop his movements, move as he resets. You let off your offense. You let it off and you let it keep going. You steal the rounds. You get these points. You get everything you can up off of him while he's stopped in motion. That's the way he can win. That's the only way he can make this thing happen. Appreciate it, Space Giants, man. I really appreciate that love, man. Hit that like, comment below, subscribe, man. As you can see, we on the road, rocking out, still moving around. Still talking boxing. Check out our other videos as well. This is going to be a quick live tonight anyways. We got to get ready. We're going to hit the gym. But yeah, we got plenty of stuff, plenty of content out there. Appreciate that love. Let us know who y'all think, who can take this. Is Terrence Crawford moving in the wrong way with the size, with the muscle, with the the type of training that he's been doing. We know Victor Conte's in his corner. We're gonna do a different breakdown video on that, full thorough breakdown video for that one. And what does that mean with all the allegations flying around and everybody's thinking about, what's going on in that camp? How does Terrence Crawford body look the way it does? We got a different breakdown on that. Showbiz Adult actually did a couple things on it already. I think he did one actually day before yesterday. We'll be doing our own breakdown on what that means, what's going on in that camp. But either way, let us know who you got. Does he stand a chance? Can he get into this fight? Can he bring himself to really legend status by beating the likes of Canelo Alvarez by the way that he's moving currently? In our opinion here, I think he's raised up from a 25 to 35% chance of victory. I like the size. I like how he's managed his weight from November to now. He's let it grow over time. He's been walking around at that weight, getting used to it. He's been training at that weight. Now, more importantly, what we got to see, it's more than just weight. We got to see the tactics. I want to see some more footage. I want to see some more breakdowns of what he's working on. To me, the key to victory to beat Canelo Alvarez is not just size. It's going to have to be strong, consistent jab in the right places to throw off his momentum. And as he's resetting, because Canelo has a bad habit when he gets jabbed, especially to the body, he drops his hands, resets, and tries to find you. He stays in the high guard. When he drops his hands, resets, tries to get to you, that's when you can get off some good offense. I'm not saying Crawford's not knocking him out. That's for sure. And if Crawford does knock out Canelo Alvarez, there probably should be an investigation, because there's no way you're telling me this man jumped from 154 to 168 overnight, couldn't knock out Madrimov, and stops Canelo Alvarez, a man with a granite chin. That's crazy work. But what he can do is throw off his momentum with enough power, just like Floyd did, just like Bivol did. I think we can all say that Terrence Bud Crawford to me, has a way better skill set than Bivol. I ain't gonna say way better. Bivol's good, but Crawford is better than Bivol. It's just Bivol is a bigger man, right? But what Bivol did, who has limited punching power himself, is he threw off the cadence of Canelo and out-hustled him, outworked him. And while he was catching Canelo in between break periods and dropping his hands and resetting and plodding forward, and especially on the back end when he got tired, he let off the shots and stole the rounds. It was still a close fight, even with all of that. But if you steal the rounds, if you get the right punch placement in, if you can stop his momentum, if you can move him around, you do not need power to beat Canelo. And that's been everybody else's problem. Either they try to do too much power or too much footwork. And that footwork turns into what? Running. Tom and Jerry. You will not beat Canelo by running. You will not beat Canelo by just movement. You've got to have the right shot placement, and you've got to have the correct defense. Legs matter as well to stay out of harm's way. But if you're just going to run, not going to work. If you're going to slug it out, not going to work. You got to fight smart. Beat him with the mind and beat him with correct shots. Hey, Pretty Nikki, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Hit that like, comment below, subscribe if you got the time, man. We've got plenty of videos out there, plenty of content. We're just rocking in real quick for a quick live tonight. So we'll see how it goes. I used to do martial arts, Pretty Nikki. But I love boxing more. Watch it all the time. Hobby for us. And it's just a thing. Just love to do it. You watch boxing? But yeah, like we said, I give them 35%, y'all. 35%. Oh, appreciate the subscription. Definitely appreciate the subscription, Pretty Nikki. Thank you. Check out our other videos too. This is a quick live tonight. We're just rocking out. And before we go to the gym, and then just had to do a quick breakdown. Been seeing a lot of talk about Terrence Crawford, his physique, what he's been looking like. A lot of people think he's on PEDs, and then some are thinking the new added weight is detrimental to him. It's not going to work for the fight. I disagree. As long as he fights smart, and I think he can have an even more increased chance to win this fight. But he's got to fight smart. It all starts with the mind in that ring. Mind over matter. Most definitely. So before we get up out of here, it's almost that time. Let us know who you got real quick. You got Terrence Crawford, Canelo. What's the shot? What's the chances? Does the weight matter to you? We'll see as we get closer. We're gonna do live breakdowns, and if you know us, we also gonna do the live fight chat. By the way, next week, Dillian White, Moses Atamo getting it on. We will be doing the live fight chat, calling it blow by blow. Appreciate that, pretty Nikki. Canelo in line 9, Zam. I can see it. Like I said, if Terrence doesn't fight smart, it's gonna be a long night. I mean, ask Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo thought just the weight advantage and getting up in size and being the same physical stature was going to be enough. It was not. And by the way, Canelo's also smart in the ring. That's why I say you got to use the mind, because Canelo fights smart. Brilliant in the ring. He sets up traps. He has over 60 plus fights. This man has seen multiple styles. You got to come in ready. You got to come in smart. It's going to start with Terrence Bud Crawford's mindset, what his corner's been thinking. I hope Bomac has brought in some other trainers to help out. No offense to Bomac, but you don't want to just stick with one style this go around. Hit that like, comment below, subscribe if you got the time, man. We really appreciate that love. Really appreciate everybody rocking out with us. We just getting going. We're just getting going. We're gonna get ready to hit the gym here. Again, this was just a quick jump in, a quick assessment of the situation. We'll be doing a thorough breakdown. You know how our videos go. We'll drop the video as we get closer. We'll do a keys to victory, keys to breakdown. We actually got one for Canelo Alvarez coming up later this week, and then we'll have one again for Terrence Bud Crawford to hit the third installment for that one, probably dropping Sunday or Monday. And then we get closer, keep breaking it down. But heavyweight action coming up soon. We got Dillian the Body Snatcher White, Moses Atamo coming up. I believe it's next week if I'm tracking correctly. We'll be doing the live fight chat, live fight call, so rock out with us with that. Hey, what's going on, M. Kaz? So definitely rock out for that. We watch all boxing, UK boxing, Australia, Philippines, US, of course. And we definitely love some heavyweights. I don't get as much into the lighter weights, but I would say from 140 up is about where I'm at. 135, I bounce in and out of. I'm really disappointed where my man Tank Davis has been going right now, but that's for another topic, another day. Hit that like button, comment below, subscribe. We're going to get ready to get up out of here, hit the gym. We appreciate y'all rocking out with us. Check out our other videos. Check out our other breakdowns. And again, always rock with us live. We do these impromptu here, but we got our standard lives for the live fight chats, live breakdowns. We do the live scorecards as the fights go on, whether it's pay-per-view or free, you name it. We rock out with those fights, and we usually call at least the main card as much as we can. We're also going to be hitting the fights live, so when we go live, like we did for the Keyshawn Davis, Abdullah Mason card, we gave you live ring action, live ring blow. So anyways, we appreciate that love. Hit that like, comment below, subscribe. If you missed out on the live, just rewind it back. Check our breakdown for Terrence Bud Crawford, his new chances. Again, we got him up to 35% to win this fight. As long as he fights smart, I think he's managed the weight well. Anyways, that's our last take, our last thoughts. Appreciate that love. Until the next time, peace.